Pace truck going to drop down for the first time tonight, and green flag waves in Pete Smith's hand. We are underway. Jen Hall gets a good roll on the outside and is going to go straight to the front in the number 57. Calvin Catlin in there in second with Adam Farr third to start this race. Kirsten white flag going to wave in the air for this first heat race for the Delta Trading Group Thunder Trucks. One more time around for Jen Hall as she's looking for that second heat win of the season. Calvin Catlin's closing distance down the backstretch. Calvin Catlin going to look low. They got the lap car, the 07 of Ron Cyril Jr. down low. He's going to go even lower, and it'll be Jen Hall taking the heat win. Pace truck going to drop down now, and we are ready to get our second Thunder Truck heat race underway. Austin Ward going to roll the outside well. Jeffrey Gillespie tucked down inside. Talking to Gillespie today, he said he really likes the feel of that 96 truck, really settled in practice, and right where he wants it for race shape, coming off a top 5 finish in his last run. But we'll find out over the course of our 25-lap main event who saved more tires through this run. Inside it's Gillespie, but not able to get there as Austin Ward going to take heat number 2 for the Delta Trading Group Thunder Trucks. Gillespie will take second here. Green flag waves in the air and engines fire off at turn 4. Rob Brown gets a really good run on the outside. He's going to try and take it up into that corner and find momentum on that outside lane. Garrett Gillum's really comfortable driving in both lanes in that number 45, but we'll see him take a lot of dives down to the corner here. We'll see how that battle pans out here over 6 laps. Lost a little bit of time down the front straightaway that last time around, and lead is falling off. We'll see if he tries taking one more dip. Learned a little bit about the car there, though, but it'll be Garrett Gillum out of turn 4 taking the heat win for our Net Electric mini stocks today. Rob Brown comes in second, Lane Campbell third. Let's see what Jen Hall can do with it tonight. And Hornets fire off at turn 4. Really good run by Brian Love on the outside, but Jen Hall's going to take it right through the middle and to the lead to start this Hornet heat race. Before it gets back up to speed and toward the front, but out of turn 4 this time, running away with it is Jen Hall. It'll be Brian Love coming in second with J.R. Shanks third and Vincent Yesu fourth. And green flag waves for Richard Dorman. He's going to get off to a strong start here right down the middle of the track. Jeremy Smith was thinking about going outside, but decides better of it. Falls in line behind that number 44. Barry Levitt gets a good run on the inside at the start of the race, so he'll be trying to hold off Richard Dorman. And Jeremy Smith here as he's battling to try to go to the front from that inside lane. Now to turn 4 with a near perfect drive, it's Richard Dorman getting it done in the heat race today with the Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing Pro stocks. We are green and underway. Zane going to get a good run on the inside in that new Tucson Differential Inc. hobby stock scheme. Zane's a driver that's added a lot of sponsors over the last few weeks, but he's going to be getting passed on the outside here by that 057 Jen Hall. Also got the Thunder Truck heat win and pole position. Really hot night, off to a start for Jen Hall. She'll make her way through turn 4 one more time, and checkered flag waves. Insane Zane's going to hold on to second, battling with David Fippen. Fippen's going to come in third there. Bill Engel, the 4-time champion, on his outside, getting ready to get us underway. Those two orange machines fire off turn 4. And right through the middle on lap number 1, it's going to be the 22 of Brandon Bonnet. Splits Pat Bush and John Lashley, and right up on the back bumper. They're looking for the lead here early, but Nick O'Neill following in suit. He's right in line right behind that 22 of Brandon Bonnet. They get a little bit loose through the corner. Didn't look like there was contact, but tight racing there between the 22 and 69. Engel holding strong on the outside, keeps his nose out front onto the back straightaway. But Bonnet has the run inside and is looking strong. Nick O'Neill's trying to go even lower. Looking for 3 wide for the lead here. Bill Engel's going to get moved up out of the track as Brandon Bonnet clears them both for the front. O'Neill's looking to the inside, though. Things appear all good for the 88 as of now. He's got that inside lane trying to move Bonnet up the track a little bit. He's going to get that nose to grip, and it's Nick O'Neill to the lead there on lap number 6. Bonnet's going to battle back on the outside. And him are also closing in on that number 30 of Pat Bush, who's back running in third. They're all still more than a half track down to the leaders, who are starting to run away with it, but Pat Bush starting to be reeled in here. They're still battling side by side, but out of turn 4 this time it'll be Nick O'Neill taking the first win out of our 2 modified double races. It'll be Brandon Bonnet second, and battle for third still on one more time. Entering the 3 and 4 quarter, Bill Engel looking low. Pat Bush trying to hold the outside, and Pat Bush will prevail. Bill Engel will come in 4th there with John Lashley 5th, and Rod Heastan rounds out our 6th. Her 5th win in a row. Engines fire. She gets a really good jump down low, and that race start is not going to count. Here we go. Pace truck drops down, getting ready to try this one more time. Kirsten Jones inside and Austin Ward outside. Once again, Austin Ward the control car, and he fires off good. We are underway here. We're 3 wide in the middle of the field at the start of this race. Gary Lavoie Jr. caught with Calvin Catlin and Adam Farr, but we are green and underway. Kirsten Jones fast to the front here. Ron Cyril Jr., though, in fast pursuit, looking down low on that bottom line. Jones had to catch the truck a little bit loose that time off of turn 4, and that allows him to dive to the inside here as we go side by side for the lead. Ron Cyril Jr. driving it into the corners right now, and that's going to allow him to pull underneath back onto the front straightaway and into turn 1 and 2. He has that low line now, and he's going to stay side by side contesting here. We'll see if we see any door banging this time through 3 and 4. Jones has the high side, though, and is staying clear. She's going to get a really good run back down the front straightaway, but Ron Cyril Jr. to the lead here on lap number 7. Oh, and we got the 21 around, and the 96 of Jeffrey Gillespie is going to run into him. The 27X of Bob Cram also going to go around in 3 and 4 that time, trying to avoid the incident. The 21 of Austin Ward was running in front of Gillespie there and spun out. Going to go nose to tail as we refire, and those trucks side by side on the restart. Nose to nose coming back to the start-finish line, and Jen Hall holding on in there in 3rd alongside Calvin Catlin. Ron Cyril Jr. is going to get a nose out in front of that 3-pack as Kirsten Jones drifts up the pack 3 wide. Got into Calvin Catlin a little bit, who might have had a little bit of contact with the wall, but if he just got a little bit loose up there in the loose part of the track, definitely saved that thing off of turn 4 and keeping his nose in there. Kirsten Jones and Jen Hall go side by side, and Jen Hall's going around. And the 96 of Jeffrey Gillespie is also going to end up an innocent bystander involved in that one. Pace truck drops down, and trucks fire off at turn 4. Really good jump on the outside by Ron Cyril Jr. taking the green. And he is off here, back up to the lead. Kirsten Jones is going to jump up to that outside lane and follow in pursuit. Calvin Catlin down low here, with Bob Cram trying to drive into the corner and pass him for that 3rd spot. Side of 1 and 2, gonna hold it side by side, coming onto the back straightaway. Adam Farr looking to make a run up toward that podium position that he's looking to get back on after last race. Beating and banging off the corner that time between Hall and Farr. And Hall's gonna keep her spot in 4th, but some tight driving here. The 60 of Calvin Catlin's also right back up to the quarter panel of Kirsten Jones. This race slowing them down, though, as it's all Ron Cyril Jr. out front. Just a couple laps remaining here. Who will come out on top of these tight battles? Kirsten Jones has about a car length, and Calvin Catlin sets her up into the wall. That time coming out of 2. She might have a tire down, and she's going to drift it up and get into 3 and 4 as well. We are going to drop under caution here. They're going to get nose to tail here. Hall right up on that back bumper of the 07. They're going to fire off the corner. Hall's going to look to go low. Green flag waves. Looks like we got a good start here. She accelerated alongside Ron Cyril Jr., but he's going to have such a massive run on that outside. He's going to clear her by at least a car length and a half, heading off into that turn 1 at 3 and 4 corner. She's driving it back down. He's wheeling this thing. A white flag in the air. One more time around for Ronnie Cyril Jr. Calvin Catlin's coming up back through the field, making a pass on the 65 of Gary Lavoie Jr. here. He's going to go low, but it'll be Ronnie Cyril Jr. winning his first Delta Trading Group Thunder Truck race of the 2024 season. Jen Hall comes in 2nd with Adam Farr 3rd. Pace truck drops down, And green flag waves. We are back underway here at Tucson Speedway. Lane Campbell going to roll the outside extremely well, off to a great start here. The 26 slow on the inside and creating a lot of distance here between him and Garrett Gillum. As we come to 3 laps in, Rob Brown and Garrett Gillum are starting to catch him as they stay side by side for that second place spot. And Garrett Gillum's going to look to go low in 3 and 4 this time. He's digging to the inside of the 26, Rob Brown. They'll stay side by side, back down the front straightaway. These cars just absolutely deadlocked in terms of pace, and they're starting to catch the 14, though. Race time and data still has the 26 out front here, though Gillum's going to get around on the back straightaway and looks to go low now, looking for the lead against Lane Campbell. And it'll be Gillum to the front here on lap number 7. Or sorry, lap number 6 that time. Started off the season strong, was hanging in right around Jim Bates with a lot of runner-up finishes in his wake after Bates took the first 3 of the year. But ever since the summer months have heated up, it's all been Garrett Gillum as he gets it done once again. His 6th win in a row through the summer months. Those cars build momentum out of turn 4 this time, and green flag waves. We are underway. 057 on the inside, had a bit of a slow start. J.R. Shanks is going to go right to the lead, looking to grip that inside low line, and Shanks is up front here to start tonight's race. Jen Hall going to go side by side with Brian Love, though. Hall's going to drive right by on the inside, though, and she's also going to clear Vincent Yesu for second now. He's going to make his way around John Hall on the outside now on that back straightaway. That 057 car slow, but going to keep tucked in on that apron line, just taking it as slow as need be. Not going to burn anything off the tires, not going to put too much stress on the car or motor. Just going to ride this one around and and checkered flag waves for J.R. Shanks. He gets his 2nd win of the Net Electric Hornet season. Jen Hall going to come in second here. We got an airy front row with Gary and Larry getting ready to fire us off here in turn 4. Pace truck drops down. We are ready to get underway. Good run from Gary Cheek on the inside, but Larry Leach going to match his pace on the outside. Going all the way down to that apron line is Jeremy Smith, forced it 3 wide right at the start here. Barry Levitt's going to follow right in suit and gets right up to the back bumper of that number 27, and he's going to get turned. Barry Levitt turns around the number 27. Jen Hall, Gary Cheek able to come to a stop before making contact. Looked like Dylan Jones minimized the incident for himself as well. Truck going to drop down here. And engines refire out of turn 4 this time. Green flag waves once again. Gary Cheek gets another good launch off on that inside lane. Jeremy Smith's going to follow down low and go right to the lead here following that same line. Barry Levitt looks a little bit slower on that race start as Larry Leach gets moved up to the outside and will fall to the back here in that 09 car. Still side by side and going to go 3 wide for 3rd here. They stay side by side this time through 3 and 4. Barry Levitt's going to come up the track a little bit, taking away that line from Jeremy Smith. And it's all Barry Levitt out front now, 5 laps into this. And now Levitt taking some big bumps into the corner. Richard Dorman's trying to look low through the corners to find their way around both, and looks like he just locked it up, possibly a problem with the engine there for the 67. Just went up in a plume of smoke with that car on his back bumper, and we're back under caution here. The pace truck going to drop down. We're going to fire off through turn 4, and we are green and back underway. Richard Dorman with a really good run on the inside. Barry Levitt tries making a little bit of contact with that right side through 1 and 2, right up on that back bumper. He's hungry. Going to be looking low in 3 and 4 this time. And 2 more corners for Richard Dorman. He just has to have a smooth drive through 3 and 4, and this win is his. Richard Dorman gets it done once again at Tucson Speedway. Barry Levitt going to come in second for his best finish of the season. Engines fire off at turn 4, and green flag waves. Brian Love going to roll the outside strong here. We're going to go 3 wide right on the start here. Jen Hall on the outside of David Phippen, but Insane Zane takes the low route and tries to move up to second there, but he's going to lose his almost entire run there and fall back side by side with third here. They're beating and banging through the corner, but Insane Zane's going to keep this thing low. Jen Hall right on the back bumper of her sponsor, Brian Love, with Orion Labs. They might be friends and support each other off the racetrack, but on it, it's all battle. And Jen Hall's going to go to the front on that lap, getting around Brian Love. Just once again, that motor looking strong in that 057. Oh, and he's going to turn him here on the backstretch. The 80 goes around after contact with the 173. He's going to leave it parked here on the backstretch, and we are going to drop under caution there. Finally got tired of it and sent the 80 around. Pace truck going to drop down as we go back underway. Cars fire. Insane Zane's going to look low this time, but Brian Love's going to come down the track. He's going to go down all the way onto the apron and is going to lose a lot of his run there. Just slow on that restart as David Phippen able to clear to the outside. Phippen's going to try and get away and stay up the track here, though. A little bit of a tire rub there as he goes through that speedy dry up the track. See it come up a little bit. Hall has about a 3-4 car length advantage between her and the 57 of Brian Love. She just needs to nail these final 2 corners. Still a tight battle, but Insane Zane got out in front of David Phippen as Jen Hall takes it out of turn 4, winning her 8th event of the season. It'll be Brian Love second, and holding on there is Insane Zane to third. Little bit of contact after the checkered there between the 173 and 80. Pace truck drops down, and we are fired off for our final main event of the night here at the Hot Shot 79. And all sorts of chaos on the race start here. Brandon Bonnet got moved up out of the groove there, trying to get to the outside of Bill Engel. We're going to go 3 wide, enter in turn 3 here. Bill Engel thinks better of it and backs out as the 21X blocks the bottom part of the track. And Lashley all alone up front here, driving off with the front of this race. Patrick Bush in pursuit. Nick O'Neill able to get clear here in third to try and run down these race leaders. And Brandon Bonnet right on his back bumper. They're going to clear Bill Engel and the 21X of Rod Heastand, trying to stay up there with Nick O'Neill. John Lashley works in the high line. This time Nick O'Neill's going to be forced to fall low. Lashley's going to move down the track, make this a difficult pass for O'Neill. But O'Neill able to keep a lot of momentum rolling down there even when people come out of the line to apply pressure. Now Bill Engel is pretty much up to the back bumper of John Lashley in the 05. Engel's looking low this time out of turn 2 and has a big run. Going to pull side by side entering turn 3. Engel trying to keep his car gripped down there low on the track and is able to do so, and will pick up that 4th position from John Lashley. Oh, we got a caution out. Looks like the 22 went around that time. Through the 3 and 4 corner, Brandon Bonnet bringing it up out of there. Drop down this time as we are ready to get back underway with our modifieds. Nick O'Neill gets a good launch off the corner. Pat Bush a little bit slow on the inside, and that allows Bill Engel to try and force low. Bush able to get it up, rolling through 1 and 2 though. Is on that outside as John Lashley going to go back to 6th here on the race start. Side by side through 3 and 4 over that 3rd position. Bill Engel trying to keep that 69 modified in there. He's right up competing with that 30 of Patrick Bush now, trying to challenge for P number 2. And Engel's able to get clear and out front of that number 30 of Patrick Bush. Nick O'Neill's all alone up front, but Bill Ingles hanging in there and was actually the fastest modified on track that last lap, was about 0.2 of a second faster than O'Neill, and we got another caution out. Looks like another problem for the 22 of Brandon Bonnet. Through the field pretty easily there. We'll see what kind of run he can get starting back in the back once again. And if he can keep that modified under him. And they go off into turn one. Bill Engel right in pursuit of Nick O'Neill. The 21X of Rod Houston managed to work up and pass Pat Bush there in the last couple laps. And Lashley also trying to send Pat Bush to the back here, battling on our final lap as Nick O'Neill's going to win this race out of turn 4. Bill Engel comes up with a nice second place finish. And Rod Houston is going to round out our podium for the Lawley Chevrolet Modifieds today. It'll be Pat Bush holding on to that 4th place spot with John Lashley rounding out our top 5.